I'm good, thank you. Can I have my say?
Bab, I don't know how to get out.
I'll do you. Sorry, I'll get rid of you, Dawn. Thank you, Dawn. All right. See you
Hey,
soon.
Angie, you helped me get 1,000 followers last year. Thank you.
Did I? Oh, well done.
Yeah, you were the one that helped me.
You know what I was going to say, right? I'll just make this really quick and then I'll jump off.
Yeah.
You know, people said to me, right, you know, what happened with the Talia, coming to my house, we all know about that, right? And people said, well, that was my actions on social media, including Corey. He said the same thing, my actions on social media. So should we not say the same thing? Well, that's your actions on social media. That's what you did. You know, you ran your mouth on social media, basically what he was saying I did. Second of all, also he has doxed addresses. So when he's doxing addresses, what does he want from that? And I'll tell you what he wants from that. He wants people to go and cause shit to their house. That's what he wants. Okay, he's been doxing left, right, and centre. Number 2. And number 3, he sits there saying 3 men came to a GAY man's house. What's the sexuality got to do with it?
Nothing to do with but he wants to use that card against me when I went to another man's house, a gentleman's house. But I've also turned around and said, I don't really, you know what I mean? Corey's a man first, as far in my eyes. He was the one who doxed it. He was the one who said it. He's the one who said on live, come to my house, come on, come down, you'll do nothing. Do you know what I mean? And I went there, like I said, to talk to him. When I went there, I was very humble. Yeah, I called him Chunky Bum. Yeah, I said, come out here and speak to me, Corey. Come and chat with me. That's it. Do you know what I mean? And I would have chatted to him. Would I have beat him up? Not in a million years. I wouldn't benefit beating him up. He wouldn't get anywhere from me. But what I want him to do, and I'm telling him now, it's got to stop. Because if it don't stop, there's consequences and repercussions. And I'm not saying I'm going to do anything. I'm not. But I'm saying you've gone too far and it's got to end. And it's got to end now. So no more screaming and shouting.
Remember, this is twice this has happened to him. Yeah, so there's a pattern going on here. He just needs to stop talking shit on social media, like he told me. He told me the same thing. He thought it was funny. So I'm sorry. This is your karma, Corey. Sorry, I have no sympathy for him.
But they've done loads to Angie as well. Do you know what I mean? And people are forgetting that as well.
I think because of how he's gone on and how he's reacted and the stuff that's come out of his mouth and still continues to abuse and carry on, he's not smiling the other end of his face. So he's gone like, I'm not bothered. I'll still continue to speak and insult. And that's it. And like I said, my life tonight was very calm. It's a calm life. But I've said, keep doing what you're doing and running your mouths and insulting Talia and Cokie Bailey. Keep talking about her and going like the way you are. Carry on. Keep going, Cokie Bailey. You know what I mean? Just keep going.
He's not scared, yeah. He's not scared. I'm not saying anyone should be fearful in the house. I still don't condone people going to people's houses. However, he doxes people's addresses. He's wanting the same thing in my eyes, you know. He's not scared, but yeah, let's not forget he had to move. He had to move, Corey. You know what I mean? Yeah. Because of what happened to you, and you still haven't learned to listen.
Yeah, but didn't people go to Angie's house as well, and nobody's had all this big uproar about it?
Oh no, they thought it was funny. They said it was my action, and I don't.
That's what I mean.
I don't want to talk too much
listen,
on it.
Angie, listen. For them days, Angie's apologised. I've got to give you that, Ange. You bigged yourself up. You come on. You said, you know what? I went too far. I'm apologising because you've got empathy.
And can I say, Ricksta, I didn't have to do that either.
You didn't. You got morals.
Talia wasn't going to come to my house again. She said she's going to put it to bed. We weren't going to speak on each other. I did not have to message her. I messaged her.
You did.
There was no reason for it. I didn't feel fearful or any of that.
You got compassion. And you've got thing. You said, I'm sorry for how I've gone on. And like I said, if I'm in the wrong, you know, I'll throw my hands in the air. Do you know what I'm saying? But that's it. But you've gone a step too far, man. And look, not you, Ange. I'm on about these creators, Sophie, Corey, and the rest of them. And I said they've just gone too far. He egged us to go. Yeah, he was egging us on Talia. He continued to do it. And do I think it's the last time that Corey Wilde will be paid a visit? And I'm not talking about me. I'm on about other creators and how he does. No, I don't. No, I don't. No, I don't. Do I think eventually something will, when he goes out somewhere else, do you think something's... I honestly believe that is a way step. Because he is a man. At the end of the day, he's a man. He's not EQ. He's a man. Okay, just like Levi's a man as well, right? Do you know what I mean? I think he's going to put himself in a situation, and I believe that some of the stuff he's already done and he's already jeopardised himself. He already has. Do you know what I mean?
Didn't someone put his windows through
that's why I think he needs cameras all over his house. That's why I think he's got cameras absolutely everywhere.
He did.
I'm surprised they didn't put his face through.
But the thing is, Ricksta, you know what I kind of, in some ways, even though I'm still controversial and everything else, I still learnt that TikTok isn't a safe place. And there are people that are going to get mad and take it off TikTok. Now, do I condone it? Absolutely not. So I'm not,
I understand,
tracking. However, there are people that are not going to give a shit. You know, they're not going to give a shit that you've got a family. They're not going to care. You know what I mean? And I'm sorry, the only person that needs arresting is Corey in my eyes. I don't know about about EQ, I don't know. You know what I mean? With that situation.
Hey, Angie. I'm going to tell you this straight. I'm going to shock the whole of TikTok. When the time's right, you're going to fucking... your jaw will touch the floor with what I've got, and I'm not. I know people are saying no, you haven't, and when I show, you've heard it here first. With what's got, your jaw is going to touch the floor. You, Linz, any person, you're going to be in shock when I tell you, you're going to be in shock. That's all I'm saying.
I think that Sophie girl's the worst one, mate.
Sophie, I think she's becoming worse than EQ. I believe.
See, I didn't know who she was, but then yesterday I clicked in and I saw this woman called Zia going in, and she was like slating Angie, and then she went back in that live, and I thought, what the hell?
What do you think of Zia, Ange?
I don't even know who that is.
Yeah. Oh, she's a financial manipulator. She
got in her box saying she was reporting your live yesterday.
What did you say? Sorry.
Yeah, I don't know who she is, but I just seen her going in that Sophie's girl's line.
What do you think of her, Anne? Sorry.
Oh, Zia. I think she's a financial manipulator. She's been my mod, and she was controlling me. Do you remember you had that argument with her in my box once?
She used to hate me,
Yeah, she turned on me. That's why we fell out, is because of you, right? Well, not you didn't do anything, but because I didn't support her. She thought because she was my biggest gifter, I had to be on her side. And now she's making out to people that's because she didn't gift me anymore. It wasn't. It was because I didn't take her side. She wanted to control me. She was telling all my mods were trolls and to get rid of them. She's done it to Birdman as well, and she's done it to me. She's just,
She turned on me. She turned on me as well. Big up DJ Steve. She turned on me as well, Ange.
Be careful. She'll go for everyone that support. Your supporters. You know what I mean?
She's slating me off. She's going on about me. I never once said anything about. Even though I was getting messages about her. Big up Pharaoh. Everyone give Pharaoh a follow. She's lovely. Even though I was supporting, I said a lot. I've never went in on that. I've never went in on Zia, and I've got messages from people about her. You know what I mean?
I've already had lots of people go in.
You need to talk to Birdman. He knows everything about Zia and what he did to her. He broke him down.
I'm going to speak to Birdman then.
The young bird, the one with the dreadlocks where we had dreadlocks.
I know him. Yeah, he literally, believe it or not, right, he lives 10 minutes from where I live. Where I live.
Oh, he's lovely, isn't he?
Yeah, he's
But he broke him mentally. He went for his friends, and did he say he came off for a bit? I can't remember. He said he had no one left because of her.
Oh, Zia.
Yeah, because of Zia. She was going around to his friends and telling lies and everything. Yeah,
she's been starting to say horrible stuff about me as well. Nasty stuff about me as well.
He makes up lies.
Yeah, well, we know a few people who do that. Look at that KJ, for instance. Look for that KJ. Wayne coming early. Why don't she turn around and said against me? And that's disgusting. She was my ex-partner and I beat her up and that. And my brother Craig went to prison. Then it was Joey. My brother's Joseph, by the way. It was Craig back then. And then all the stuff I played on that Danny boy. Then Wayne comes. Because don't forget, Wayne, your ex-mod. I don't really think you speak to Wayne much anymore. But when you did.
No, I had him in the box today.
Yeah, Wayne used to hate me because of that. Because he was KJ's good friend. And then obviously he come out and he was all BS. And she said she could give her a black eye. Then she said she got kidnapped. She drew black on her eye. She told loads of us. And when she's coming on saying that, it's disgusting. Do you know what I mean?
I heard about that today.
That would definitely make her.
It's disgusting. That was debunked many times over 3 years ago, and you know what I mean? And then it's all been brought back up to light because of EQ. How do you think I feel when somebody comes on this platform and says that there was an ex-part, which is absolute lie? I said I met her on Tinder. Then she worked in one of the offices at and Adam. I've nearly said his name. One of the guys, Adam, employed her, right? And he, you know what I mean? She said that he raped her. That's the person. There's one picture at the Help the Heroes. That's it. But she said I met her on Tinder and everything. She just sick.
Yeah.
That's sick to the core. Do you know
That's
what I mean?
what I said. I'm like, why is she saying that you met on Tinder? If that's now she's saying it was
Because
you
it's a
met-
lie. It's a lie. Don't forget, she said my brother Craig, right, went to prison, right, but he also took the charges for me giving her a beating. I haven't even got a brother called Craig, Ange.
Is that the one about the broken eye socket?
And then, do you know how she done as well last Luke? She said she got kidnapped, right? She drew a black on her eye. But I played, do you know that stuff I played tonight of Danny? I have to send it to Ange. Ange, please do an FY, do a show on this girl again. I'll send you over the information because you'll break it down
Yeah,
better
do
than me.
it.
Let
Yeah,
me show
this
you.
was a long time ago. I can't remember. I remember briefly about it.
No,
but
I want to send you
my
over
question-
stuff.
Yeah, but my question to her is, why didn't she come up with this, show this photo in the first place that we were asking her for? So
That's to help the heroes. That's got nothing to do with that. She said she met me on Tinder and she was my girlfriend. Just to sick. I had 3 partners in the last decade. Do you understand what I mean? It's like it's disgusting what she said. But she said that back then she wanted clout. She got a few gifts. EQ debunked her back then, and then what Wayne did was the good thing because Wayne come in and said, "I'm ever so sorry, Ricky. Now I found out it's all lies," and blew her out the water and said everything. And him and her were really, really close friends. You know, he come at me. He never knew who I was. He come on here and started slating me, calling me names. And I was saying, mate, she's looking off a rocker and ain't true. And then obviously he come clean and told everybody the truth. God bless him. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
and guys, I 100% believe it. I really do that. What Ricksta is saying, and I'm always.
Yeah, I do.
I've never really been wrong on this app, and I can tell you.
Listen, like I said, Ange, like we've had 3 partners, and my mother's ashes, everything that comes out of this person's mouth is a lie. Not only is it a lie, there's stuff on here. Look, I've showed you that she's a compulsive liar. Our own mother don't speak to her. Ask Wayne, don't ask me, and ask Danny. That's the stuff. It's crazy that somebody can.
Hey, Rick.
How you doing? You okay, Poppy? For God's sake, Poppy. Sorry, I ain't let you talk.
Can I just say something?
Oh, so it's Amanda. Sorry, Amanda. You okay?
Yeah, I'm good, thanks, Sam. We've sat here for the last 2 months with this situation with Talia, with you. Obviously, it got to the point, where you went to people's houses last night. Now, if you were this much of a bad person, you would have done it straight from the start. You warned them, you sat there and told them and said, look, stop. And people just carried it on and was like, Ricksta won't do this, Ricksta won't do that. Like Corey's live today. Corey's sitting there saying, come to me on your own, come to me on your own. He wouldn't do anything. Even if you went there tonight on your own, what is he going to do? He's not going to come out.
Yeah,
Big up, Tim. Can I just say thank you to Tim? Thank you, Tim. You didn't have to do that. Thank you so much for the Interstellar.
And like you said, Rick, everyone knows Evil Queen's got cameras. They know everyone's got Ring doorbells these days. You went there, nothing covering your face, and you blatantly just went there to say, right, let's talk it out. None of them could come to that door. None of them.
Yeah. And can I also just say, remember, thank you so much, Tim, for the Interstellar. Big love. Thank you so much. You didn't have to do that. Can I also just say, Rick said, remember DHB when it was instigating all of what happened to him? Yeah, and so, he was kind of goading him. Even after what happened, still goading, I'm like, for God's sake, why don't you just stop? You know what I mean?
And when the kid, because the kids were mentioned, because Sam's kids were mentioned, he thought he had no opportunity but to go and smash somebody's house up. Do you know what I mean? He thought he had no. Like I said, no houses have been. Let me just say something to you guys. I know you don't believe me, but I'm going to tell you the truth from my heart. And I hope some of you have known me long enough to know that I'm telling the truth. I'm telling you now, but there's so many upset people that are behind me that what these people have done who are not on TikTok, who are really, really angry. And I'm telling you now, if these people would have went to these people's doors and not me, things would have been completely different. It wouldn't be on TikTok. They wouldn't know where it come from, and that would have been it. I went there humble, and luckily enough, I've still got a few morals. I've still got a little bit of morality left with these people. Say stop it because they're on TikTok. That's it. I think it could have got a lot worse.
But why, Ricksta? Why would you stop it?
Why would I stop what?
Why would you stop if it's people in the background?
Yeah.
A lot of people, even the ones on TikTok, don't agree with it.
Yeah.
So why would you? And obviously, I get that what you're saying, but they're going to get what's coming to them.
Correct.
What Let me explain something to you, right? I went
Yeah,
there
but
to
it's not
speak to
going to be
Corey.
in, is it, Amanda? Why should it be Ricksta, love? You
No,
know
I'm
what
not.
I mean?
I'm not saying it's Ricksta, but there's people in the background that are going to have Ricksta and Talia's back.
Yeah,
This has been going on for 3 months, where people have just sat there,
Thank you, Roy.
knocked them,
Absolutely.
brought them down, and there comes a point where you carry on doing what you're doing. People
Yeah.
are going to retaliate. If that was me, I would have retaliated as soon as it went on the app.
Yeah.
Yeah, and people
would've been
always
me.
say,
Amanda, can I say something to you? I agree with you, but I never condone anyone because I'll be, to be like what you were saying it before. I don't condone anyone ever going to houses. However,
Oh, no.
but people have said to me, is the same thing. Most of the app are saying, oh, they what I did, what I said was not okay, and I got my karma. Every action is a reaction, and all of this, and it was condoned. So then we can say the same thing here. And listen, I opened my eyes. It took Tally to come to my house, and listen, it wasn't because I feared her that I messaged her, because we dropped it at that point. I just understand her grief, even though I haven't had what she's gone, I haven't gone through what she's gone through. It's a bit different, and that's when I started thinking I was going to message her. But what I'm saying is, like, I've got my point now. But people, the whole app pretty much was saying that was justified. So isn't this justified? Because they're
Exactly.
their mouths.
Exactly.
I think what people are forgetting, right? They can say whatever.
Do you know
they
what
want.
the thing is, Ricksta? Sorry, this is
Andy,
what I'm
man,
gonna
let me say this, please. What people are forgetting is this. Everyone's forgetting this, right? Nobody's ring doorbell got ripped off. Sorry, Angie, I had to get that one in. Nobody's ring doorbell got ripped off. People's doors got knocked, and I just want to let everybody know this, right? If you're not kicking doors off or smashing windows, or if you're going to knock a door, right, you are not committing a crime. If you continue to knock somebody's door, then that's harassment, and that's a different story. But if you go to somebody's door, knock once to say, listen, this ends, I want it to stop, and you know what I mean, then that is not a crime. Do you understand what I'm saying,
Can I
Chip?
just quickly say one more thing before I drop down, Ricksta? You're right there. It's not illegal to knock at anyone's door, so that's not illegal. But that one person, Corey, will not ever be able to have a police case, because even when that happened, he was still inviting you to come over. Come back.
That's what he was saying tonight.
Don't go back.
you can never do anything anyway.
Down. That's gold in the badgering.
Saying come down. It's like
And his dad's a police officer.
Say, well, he invited me to come down.
Please
Do you know
don't
what?
do anything.
All I can say is big up to Angie, because Angie was she's a big creator on the app. She's come on, she apologised to Talia. But do you know what? You won't get that from Corey and Levi and Sophie.
I remember Angie back in the day when Rich was on, and she used to get about 40, 50 people in the live and come on, and I was always nice to Angie. Do you know that? I was always Angie. Do you remember me going in your lives?
Big up Angie, guys.
Back in the day.
My girl, big up.
Do you
Angie
remember
helped me get 1,000
She is the
followers.
best. She
Angie,
is.
do you remember a few years ago when you first come on the app, Ron? I used to come into your live and say hello to you. Do you remember?
Yeah, I do.
Before she got the big numbers, I was always speaking to Angie. How you do? Because I liked Angie. I thought always
You don't remember me.
Yeah, and then is it?
I've always liked her.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah,
100%.
It's down now anyway, though, isn't it?
Okay, Angie. Yeah, Angie. Can you have a chat with Linz, please, and just to tell her to lay off me?
Yeah, but she hasn't been going live though. What do you mean in the box?
Yeah. Just tell her to lay off me. Tell her to stop calling me Prickster every time I come in.
Oh, naughty.
Have you doxed anything of her though?
Listen, I played, right, she was saying horrible stuff about me, she was saying stuff about Tally, I didn't believe this and that, right? But all I done was share what was on Evil P's platform, it was on there, all right? It was already there, and that come from Evil Queen, it didn't come from me, she did it. Was it wrong to air something that was already there? But do you know what she did? And Linz and Lands, she did repost some, because I seen the repost of an address that was obviously related to me. Do you know what I mean? And she reposted it. That was it. So it's not like I've done something bad. Like I said, it's forgot about. I apologise. People haven't done anything, and that takes a lot for me to do it. But tell her to stop calling me a prickster. It's enough now. It's gone on for too long. I've got enough shit going on here.
The thing is with the Ricksta army, they do love Angie, to be fair.
Oh, Angie's starting an agency, aren't you?
Right, that's it, Amanda. You love Angie. Get out of my box.
I'm going to drop down there anyway.
Don't get back in here till you drop me 5 crabs.
Right, Rick.
And I just
Oh, Rick, you don't want crabs or
You could
live
join your
guys?
agency through Ricksta's.
Hey, yeah, guys, everybody join the ARC agency for Talia Dean. She deserves it. Go over to the ARC.
I'm gonna
The
join
link's
it,
the
and
link's in my
I'll-
bio. The link's in my bio. Every 1.6 thousand. Go and join it, and you can
Can I
get to
just
chat
say
to my
one
lovely
thing?
girlfriend.
One thing before I drop, one more thing, sorry. Even though I don't condone it, I'll keep repeating that because don't people go to houses. Corey, you doxed my address, you incited people to come to my house and bed. So all I'm saying to you is karma. All right, see you later, bye.
Take care, good night, God bless,
See you
and
later.
bye.